This week, the name of the game is shadow work, babes, but the sky wants to remind us that we're not meant to take on any extra shame or blame, quite the opposite. I'm going to get into all of that and what it means for you. Hint, hint, mega transformation coming your way and more on today's episode of Cosmic RX Radio.
Welcome to Cosmic RX Radio, a podcast that gives you real-life tools of spiritual empowerment and pure hype. I'm your host and intuitive guide, MADI Murphy. I'll be serving up your weekly energy readings, cosmic boss interviews, and astro inspiration. Are you ready to love yourself more, manifest your dream life, and own your magic? Let's jump in.
Hi, how we doing? It's your girl, MADI Murphy, your high vibe hype woman, your personal cosmic consultant. How are the vibes? What's going on, my dear ones, my magic ones? How is this Taurus season feeling to us? Let me know, especially if you're watching this on YouTube. I'm loving just the ability to comment on the episode, interact with you here. Are we feeling good? I feel like this past week was just so productive. I don't know if it was the Mercury in Taurus, but I was just getting through things, getting really grounded. I also might have gotten overstimulated and archived my whole entire email inbox of 38,000 emails, but I'm going to call that hashtag productivity. Okay. And just be I did it. Productivity hack, empty out your whole inbox in a panic move. But it feels good. Also in other Taurus season news, I got a few plant babies. I'm also going to be posting about her. I need all the tips. I don't have a green thumb. My thumb, she's maybe a minty green, pastel-y, green at best. She's learning how to become green, but I am loving her, and instantly getting this plant changed my whole vibe. I think that's what helped ground me. I got her this weekend, and this week just started off I just felt really inspired, really grounded, really creatively nourished, and that's on Taurus season, and that's on having just more nature around us at all times. So I'm going to get into what we need to know for this week, our astro know-how, our digestible doses of the cosmic wisdom, as above, so below, as within, as without, and how to make the most of it to align with our highest and hottest selves. We get a big Scorpio full moon. And so when you're watching this, you might actually not be feeling grounded, and that is quite all right. This Scorpio full moon has a potent punch, but a lot of potentiality for transformation, transmutation, and really stepping into your power, which we always love and live for. Before I get into that, announcements, let me check my Virgo notes here. Okay. Cosmic Boss, the doors are officially open. This is our 4-month astrology for business course. If you're ready to use your birth chart to really build your brand, expand your business, launch that podcast, write that book with confidence, with clarity, with community, now is the time. The link's in show notes. The link is all over the place. Get in there. If you have a question, if you're wondering, is this right for me? Is this the right time for me? Let me know. I'm obsessed with it. And there's so many reasons why I love it. But one of them is just getting to learn the 12 houses of your birth chart and what is going on. Did you know? I don't care who you are. You have Taurus in your chart. You have Scorpio in your chart. You have Leo in your chart. You have Pisces in your chart, and every single aspect, every house in your chart, has a whole toolbox of superpowers, of gifts, of things that are uniquely yours to unleash in the world. But if we don't understand them, it's they're asleep. They're in sleep mode. Okay. We want to activate them. We want to awaken them. So sign up for that. We kick off May 21st. Other announcements. Okay. Cosmic Baddies. I'm obsessed with our new little rewards program for leaving a rating review. I cannot talk today. I am seriously struggle city with speaking today. This is my 15th take of starting the podcast. And I don't know if it's from last week from doing the audiobook, if I just broke something in my mouth, but I cannot get words out. And I'm just trying to trust the flow. And I don't want to keep stopping and starting this podcast. So just bear with me. If I'm speaking a little like Seussian or in words that are like completely made up, just like you catch my drift, right? We're all friends here. We're all besties. So as of last week, I announced that we are bringing back a little like incentive program for those of you who leave ratings and reviews, because those are like the lifeblood of keeping the podcast, going strong, big, bold, brilliant, beautiful as she deserves to be. So I went through and just randomly picked a review here from like, the past basically year, because I haven't been offering any little gifts since then. And this user, later folks 23, left the most amazing rating, the bomb. Maddie is fun, just a world of depth and wisdom in a way for you to be able to understand. She's a world full of good energy and entertainment. Okay, I really appreciate that. The bomb in a good way. And like, I appreciate the good energy thing, because sometimes I'm like, there's so much weird, whack energy out there. If I could just be a vessel for some good energy, then I've done my work. I can stammer and stumble my way through this podcast. If I'm giving you the little hit of good energy, it makes me feel better. Later, folks, 23. I'm going to find you on Instagram. And if I can't find you, find me here, because you won a little free mini reading. Yes, a burning question reading. You're going to give me your birth chart. I'm going to slide in your DMs, and you're going to ask me one question. And I'm going to consult your chart and give you a little intuitive download on something that might offer you some guidance, wisdom, clarity, just a little hit of cosmic caffeine, whatever you need. Okay. If you want to be like later folks and win a mini reading with me for a burning question in your DMs, then leave a rating review wherever you listen to this podcast, Spotify, iTunes, and make sure your handle, your Instagram handle, some way that I can find you, is in the rating review. And that's all. Thanks for playing. I feel like I should like chat GBT that so I can like have a smoother pitch for next week. 20 minutes later, I'm like, just leave a rating review, please. I'll slide in your DMs. All right. So Virgo announcements, check, check. Done. Now, who wants to talk about the moon? Me, I do. This is where, if you're new here, we just go over what's going on day by day in the week ahead with the moon, so we can really understand your emotional weather, right? Like the moon helps us understand our inner landscape. And when we understand our inner landscape, we can navigate this outside cuckoo, crazy, chaotic world with just so much more ease, right? So much more groundedness, so much more like just regulated, badass energy, less crashing out unless you want to crash out. And it's intentional, it's conscious. Okay. So Monday, moon day, the Scorpio full moon, we're talking, the self-care is definitely going to be like, if you could avoid people, that's the best thing. I'm just anticipating a lot of magic, a lot of downloads coming through, but also, full moons always bring up shadow energy, and this full moon in Scorpio is going to bring up a lot. So I would say, even if you're around people or you have to be around people, just try to not get like intermeshed with their energy. Try not to like take the bait on drama, on feeling paranoid, on feeling kind of like just taking on people's like shit. Like just keep yourself really energetically clean these days. And especially on Monday with this Scorpio full moon. And I want you to like kind of dedicate and channel your energy into shadow work, journaling, cord cutting, energy clearing. And if there's been something you've been avoiding energetically, I would love to see you face it head on this day. I'll get more into that in like the full planetary planning part, but that's a tip. We're going to avoid, like I said, drama, obsessive thoughts, jealousy, power struggles. Trust the process, not your triggers. We're just, let the triggers wash over you. Let's not engage. Let's not click on the pop-up windows of drama. Tuesday and Thursday, Sagittarius moon days. We love a Sag moon days, especially after Scorpio moon days bring us really like low and deep. And then Sag is like, however deep you went is how high you can fly during those Sag moon days. So self-care, adventure, we're leaning into like something new, learning something new, traveling somewhere new, doing something that just new we haven't done before, being spontaneous, saying yes to joy, feeling that chatty, flirtatious, optimistic energy, and like just even saying to yourself on Sag moon days, like, what if it all worked out? What if the whole universe was conspiring in my favor? What if everything was going to go my way today? even when I didn't realize it was? And how would that shift my life if I just trusted that everything was working out for me in all ways, always, especially today? So that's going to be Tuesday through Thursday, your medicine. I also want you to think about during that time, though, avoid like the over promising. Sometimes we can take on too much. My Sag energy, my Mars and Sag is just always like taking on way too much. So it's like, how do we kind of be realistic with ourselves? Also avoiding escapism and really just checking in with your energy and like just maybe even practicing saying no to some things, like saying yes to joy, no to overcommitments on those days. Friday to Saturday, speaking of commitments, we have Capricorn moon days. So our self-care Friday and Saturday, set some practical goals, get some things done, get those like doses of dopamine before the like full Sunday weekend hits of like Cap moon days love to just power through some things, get some things done, like get your finances in order, clear out some like clutter or some piles that have been around your house, bang out like, on Friday, get some emails out of the inbox, whatever it is. And also just taking care of your body's basic needs on Capricorn moon days, water, sleep, movement, like really remembering that you're like that mountain goat, right? Like you can climb any mountain, but you got to take care of yourself to do it. As always, I always say this on Capricorn moon days, we're going to avoid that perfectionism, that burnout, that being too hard on yourself, that idea, that mindset that's like struggle mindset, that everything has to be so hard, right? Like, can we just ease up? And that kind of guides us into Sunday with the Aquarius moon, your self-care, let your freak flag fly, baby, connect with some community, try something new, do something quirky, wear something that's like eccentric, that's a statement. I really love Aquarius moon days, like feeling into that. And also, you're not sticky emotionally on Aquarius moon days. So I want you to think about, okay, is there something I've been avoiding that's been feeling so like, ugh, like washing over me, so soupy, so soggy in the emotional realm? Sunday might be a good day to think about like, oh, I can probably just face that. I can probably do that. I can probably get rid of that thing or have that conversation or just like tackle that project. Not that you have to like finish it. It's a Sunday after all, but like start wrapping your head around it maybe for the start of the week. Okay. We're going to avoid though completely detaching from your emotions. We're going to avoid like kind of energetically, emotionally ghosting people. If you are like enjoying that detached, non-sticky feeling, that doesn't really mean that you get to like shirk like your emotional connections, right? And if you need that space and time, that's fine. Just communicate that. Just communicate that. Into planetary planning. Planetary planning. So we're starting this week with a full moon in Scorpio on Monday, 12:56 p.m., 22 degrees. So if you have 22 degrees of Scorpio in your chart with like a planet or a placement or anything within 10 degrees of that, you're going to feel this full moon immensely. But really all my fixed signs are going to feel this in a really big way. Okay. And I want you to pay attention to what was going on 6 months ago for the new moon in Scorpio? What was happening then? And what now may be coming to completion, to culmination, something that the universe might be showing you, okay, for your hard work, for your heart, Heart work, for the seeds that you're planting then, where have you, trusted the process, shown up, the open heart, set the boundaries, had the diligence, had the faith, and like, where's the universe maybe showing you right now that you're leveling up something under this full moon? The manifestation is real. The transformation is real, right? Like something's being given to you. But here's the thing. There may be something that comes up under this full moon that is kind of making you ask, like, am I ready? Am I worthy of this? Am I too much to take this on? Am I not enough to take this on? Is this like bringing up some kind of old pattern in me, some old code? Is this bringing up some sort of, like, again, like some childhood wound? Is this bringing up some old rejection, part of me, some emotional psychic scar? Is that being like touched under this full moon because this thing is actually being offered to me? Because I'm being asked to level up, is there something in that edge that is making a shadow part of me come out and maybe tell me that I'm not ready, that I'm not worthy, that I'm not qualified enough, that I need to like self-sabotage? that I need to shrink or shirk or like make myself smaller as to not make myself more vulnerable and put myself out there, in being seen, or even in just realizing joy, right? Realizing joy, actualizing ourselves, manifesting our dreams, our desires, or just showing up as our most authentic self can bring up a lot of vulnerability, we know, right? Like shout out to Dr. Brene Brown and her work on that. But I want you to think about that. And I want you to think about the mantra, which I talk about in my book, in the Cosmic Zone, that's coming out this summer. It's like the Scorpio key is like, I will not be shamed. I will not be shamed. I will not be shamed out of living my whole juicy ass life, like claiming it and like grabbing it with two hands of like, I am here to experience the fullness of my most brilliant expression. And I'm not going to let anyone, especially not myself, stand in the way of that. But easier said than done. You and only you know what kind of shadow work medicine you need, right? Do you need to give yourself a pep talk? Do you need to do some journaling? Do you need to get some outside, help with like a therapist or, a trusted tarot reader? Do you need some energetic self-care? Do you need to do, some embodiment work and dance it out and shake it out? Do you need, I don't know, only you know what you need, but I do want you to listen and tune in because that is going to be key to really owning and taking and like I keep wanting to like eat my hands if you're watching me on YouTube. I'm like ingesting the magic of this Scorpio full moon. It needs you to be very integrated with your shadow self. And it doesn't mean that like our shadow self ever goes away. Quite the opposite. We love our shadow self. Like our shadow self has so much power and potency, but it's like not letting our shadow self subconsciously drive the whole vehicle, right? They're part of it. They're like a passenger princess, okay? Like let them have the snacks, maybe, have the playlist, put their feet up on their dashboard, which don't do that in real life. It's very dangerous. But like that's what they're doing. They're along for the ride. They're not behind the driver's wheel because when our shadow self is behind the driver's wheel and we don't realize it, we do things that are just unconscious, right? And we don't want that. We want to be really conscious. We want to be really present. We want to be really clear. And I say all of this because, the full moon in Scorpio is going to bring up lots of magic, but lots of intensity. And Uranus, which we know is a very intense planet and full of lots of like shocking twists and turns and revelations and downloads and upgrades, is going to be opposite this full moon. And so there's going to be like peak experiences. There's going to be chances for like either intense attraction or magnetism, or again, just like plot twist moments of things you weren't expecting to happen. But that also brings up wild emotions. It brings up, feeling dysregulated. It brings up everything I just mentioned. So I want you to tap into the magic of Scorpio medicine, which is going deep within yourself and bringing all parts of yourself into the equation, into the conversation, into this glorious ride for that deep transformational healing and to make the most of the full moon. And I'm going to get into 5 cosmic RXs to work with the Scorpio full moon at the end. But I do want to bring up, before I get to that, just some other, high level headlines for the week in the astrology. During the full moon in Scorpio, we also have a Mercury-Pluto square happening, which means that like, I'm just going to put it this way. I'm going to say like, move quietly. If you have big plans, big dreams you're working on, share those with the people that you know are trusted and that we're going to have your back and that can encourage you and that can be positive energy that's going to help those dreams and help you get where you want to go and just like witness you in that and be your duelist for that dream. And that might be very small. That might be a very small team. Mercury square Pluto can bring up people who are like jealousy, like, evil eye energy of like people who are watching you and either energetically not supporting you or just outright verbally, like yucking your yum or, oh my God, I heard a great expression from this the other day, like bringing fear. Oh, Shantani, my amazing mentee, got to visit me in New York City. And she was talking about like someone else bringing fear, to your island. I think she got it from Glennon Doyle and Abby Wambach, but like this thing of like, don't bring fear to my island. So this is my really long way of saying like, yeah, just move quietly and like make your plans in peace and only bring in people who are like trusted in the process, especially around those days. And I only say this because I just don't want you to feel shaken in this thing that might be stirring up, especially from the full moon, whether it's the start of a new relationship or a business idea or just something that's like lighting you up. It's very precious in the stages right now. And I want you to really like protect that energy. Okay. May 17th, the sun and Uranus kiss in the sky. Okay. This only happens once a year. And there is something this day that might really stir up stagnant energy. Okay. There is a lot of potentiality for new ideas, for innovation, for wake up, shake up energy. But there also could be this thing of like wanting to just burn it all down. Or like if you've been starting something and you're in the middle of the process, you'll be like, I just want to quit. I just want to quit, like control alt delete on this, like done. I'm done. No, we're not doing that. Okay, honey. If you've been building something, you've been working on something, again, whether it's business or relationship, don't burn it all down. Let yourself feel into like the maybe innovation that wants to happen within this or the idea, the inspiration, the download, but like just thinking about like the sustainable change or how you can infuse that change into what you're currently doing. I hope that makes sense. And then May 18th, Mercury is going to square Mars. We're just going to watch our words that day. Sometimes we can like be in the fighting words without realizing it. And I love Mercury square Mars in this like Taurus Leo energy for like if you need help with something you're building creatively, ask for help. If you've been feeling like stuck on how to take action with something, ask for help. Okay. Do the damn thing. So, like I said, 5 cosmic RXs for this Scorpio full moon. These are things that I will be doing, things that I have done under Scorpio full moons that have really helped me. So, 1, take a ritual bath. Scorpio full moon, right? Scorpio is fixed water sign. We want to cleanse our energy field. We want to cleanse like our auras under full moons and really help ourselves. Like the physical self is mirroring the energetic self. So things that we're like releasing under the Scorpio full moon, we can feel ourselves do that in a ritual bath even better. And I just want to quickly say things I find that people often get it a little twisted around full moons is they think they're for releasing, like letting go of kind of stuff. It's like it is and it isn't. Full moons are more like the release of like a fully charged battery when you're ready to take it off the charger and like go bring your phone out in the world, right? The full moon is the release of, I always say like an orgasm, like a lunar orgasm. It's like there's a release, it's a ripening, it's a fullness, but in that release, you're meant to like do something with that energy. It's not just about releasing. Like it's almost like don't waste that full battery, don't waste that ripening moment just on the release. But that being said, a ritual full bath can help you feel more clear of like what to do with that next stage of that manifestation, of that blossoming, of that ripening, of that full battery that you have. The ritual full bath can help you really like tune into that. I hope that makes sense. So cleansing herbs, salts, we love a good soak, we love a good bath too. I want you to in like give yourself, set a timer, 5 minutes, and just write down like any toxic beliefs, any limiting beliefs, any of like the negative inner self-talk, any of the things that you're just worried about right now that are like taking over. Again, all of this like this intense energy, this full moon might make the mind monkeys be feel like they're working overtime in your like inner circus of the cranium. So I do want you to do a brain dump, especially if they're like toxic beliefs, things that are limiting you, holding you back. And I would love to do like a burn. Just burn those, burn them up. If you have a fire pit, great. If you have a fireplace, great. If you don't, a fire safe bowl lined with aluminum foil or with a little sand will get the job done. Okay. Your 3rd cosmic RX. I want you to embody the Scorpio energy. I want you to play dress up under the Scorpio full moon. I want you to wear black. I want you to wear deep red. I want you to wear leather. I want you to wear lace. I want you to embody something that feels like a shadowier side to yourself and really see what that does to you, right? Dressing up with this archetypal energy, it is dress up for the soul. And when we can like embody the energy of the cosmos and the astrology of what's going on, and really like see it and feel it and like what does it feel like, right? To wear a little bit of a sexy leather bustier under a blazer, or to, wear a little bit of darker eye makeup than we normally do, or whatever it is that I'm like, oh, I'm having so much fun, like visualizing what each of you could be wearing. What does that do to your energy? How does that like shift how you show up physically in the world around you? How does that shift like how you perceive yourself? Full moons are about embodied energy. They're about doing the thing, living in the thing, enjoying that full battery, enjoying that full bloom of that energy. And one of the best ways to do that, I think, is dressing up intentionally. Divine dress up. We're playing that under this full moon. So bonus points for tagging me in any full moon and Scorpio dress up. 4, I want you to make a really empowering Scorpio themed playlist. It could be 3 songs. You don't have to make like a 4-hour Spotify playlist. But again, Scorpio is a water sign. And I think when we have water sign full moons, music is such an important part of us, again, embodying the energy, integrating the energy. And I would love to like, what's empowering to you? What is like that bad bitch energy of Scorpio? What is sexy? What is seductive? What is mysterious? Maybe what's even a little like taboo or edgy or rageful. I love this song. Oh my God, I have to find the artist, but I found it on Instagram. It's like, It's Okay to Punch Nazis. The song is so good. And it just makes me, it taps into something deep in me that just wants to be like just this angry, rageful, sacred, rageful version of myself. And so like that feels empowering AF to me in my like Virgo good girl complex. So make a playlist, again, 3 or 4 songs, just have a dance party. And I want you to feel that shadow, that scorpionic energy. Like I want you to like get it out, leave it all on the dance floor. And then 5, full moon energy. I am going to encourage you all to set some boss bitch boundaries, right? Boundaries, energetic boundaries, physical boundaries. Boundaries is something. Scorpio is a sign that really merges, like it's about the merging of energy, but to actually like have the best merging of energy and true intimacy in life, into me you see, as Esther Perel would say, true intimacy requires, I think, really good boundaries and really clear communication. And so I just invite you, kind of what I was saying before about the Scorpio full moon energy, like if you can take some time in the like day and a half to 2 days after the full moon or on the full moon day, if you're listening to this the day it comes out, to like even just practice setting some boundaries with your time, taking some you time, some me time. This is like, I'm, like I said, going to be taking this advice myself because I just love to do the most, say yes to things. I love the people in my life. I love projects. I love spending time with everyone, family, friends, and taking on. I'm a yes girl. I'm a yes girly. Okay. And under the Scorpio full moon, I'm going to practice like just saying a little bit of no and just having some boundaries and setting like, imagining like you're creating a corral, right? Like a cosmic corral for your energy. So your wild horses of your intuition can run free. So your energy can resource itself from the universe, from the universal life source of energy, and like get what you need for your life force. So under the Scorpio full moon, I think boundaries are going to help you make the most of this magic and also not bite someone's freaking head off because, again, it's very intense energy. And we don't want to do that because, like, biting people's heads off, it's just like, there's other ways. There are other ways that we harness and utilize your power, okay? Like, biting people's heads off, we're just going to get really bad indigestion from that, right? Really bad acid reflux from digesting those heads. So let's think about how to work with this full moon really mindfully. There's so much magic to be had under it. Definitely, if you're watching this on YouTube, let me know what's coming up for you. Let me know like where you have Scorpio in your chart. I'd love to hear like how it's presenting for you in your chart, in your heart, in your real life. And again, if you want bonus readings, bonus podcast content for your sign that might give you a little more insight to like how it's working in your chart, go check out Cosmic RX Plus Premium. And I just wanted to say thank you all so much. I'm just like every I don't know, the past, few weeks coming back into the swing of things, it's just been so energizing. It's been so nourishing getting like feedback from you all, whether it's here on this, the new YouTube version of it, whether it's been in the DMs on Instagram, whether it's been in our community, our private WhatsApp chat. I just feel all of you so much. I also loved so many of you just had hilarious things to say after last week with the Life Wizard when I had my like blush moment when he entered the room. And that's why I love this video format. It's like another level of vulnerability and being seen. And it just feels very like under the Scorpio full moon. I'm like, yes, we're peeling back another layer. So thank you for letting me show up just as my most real, raw self here, whether she's like a little bit messy and ungrounded sometimes or just whatever. I just really appreciate being able to have like this kind of really intimate connection with like all of my besties, parasocial, otherwise. I just appreciate you so much. So this is your week ahead. I want to remind you, like, everything here, the cosmos are conspiring in your favor, especially if you let them. You're cosmic, you're chaotic in the best way, and you're completely capable of really anything you set your magical mind to. If you like this episode, share it with a friend, leave a review. Don't forget, if you want to get that mini reading, burning question reading from me, I'm picking one of you for that free one. So let's go chase those stars, babe. Let's live in just the light of La Luna, the moon this week. And I'm going to send you, especially under the Scorpio moon, those blessings for just big, fat, juicy checks and hot, fulfilling, toe curling sex. Until next week. Mwah. Do you love getting your Cosmic RX for the week here and want more? Make sure to sign up for our premium subscription so you can get exclusive access to bonus podcast episodes, all of my astrology info for the month ahead, and live new and full moon calls to help you manifest your dream life with an intentional, international community of other cosmic baddies. Sign up through our link in show notes.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you want to know more about Cosmic RX, head on over to thecosmicrx.com. And if you really love this show, I'd love it if you left a rating and review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to podcasts. I super love hearing from you and reading your reviews. All right, you cosmic baddie, tune in next week. And until then, remember, love yourself fully, work your magic, and take no shit.